You know, in my experience, people don't really love truth. No. People say they love truth, yeah? But what they mean when they say, I love the truth, I love people that tell me how it is. You lie. Let me tell you why you're lying. Because you want somebody to tell you the truth according to the tone and the gentleness and the language that you want them to tell you the truth in. And that's not how the truth works. Okay? And so I've found that because people get offended. Do you understand? People get offended, but unless I can give you truth, I can't help you because I have to start there first. Do you understand? And so people can get offended when I'm like calling a few things out. And I'm not calling it out to ridicule you. I'm calling it out so that you can acknowledge it and then we get rid of it. Then it makes space for something else. Do you understand? But they get so offended that you tell them that they're prideful. And they're having a prideful response in return. Well, darling, you are telling me that I'm a truth teller. Do you understand? They get upset when they take the gossip story they're trying to tell you and you're telling them you're actually a very jealous person. That person is not yours. You need to get your hands off. They don't want you to say it like that. Right? No, but him and I have a connection. You guys got no connection, my darling. You got no connection. Because there are even a group of people that they don't even want anybody. Okay, I don't know why this is the example, but this is the example. They don't even want anybody. They just want to disrupt and make the person that's in a relationship want them, but they'll never be with the person. As soon as that person finally breaks off their boo thing or whatever and comes over here, they're not interested anymore. That tells me that your indulgence and your desire is to be a disruptor of companionship while you're in error. So I'm not going to tell it to you nicely. Right? In what your version of, how am I going to tell it to you nicely? How am I going to sugarcoat that for you? Like, oh, I don't even know how to do it, honestly. Maybe if you're a very good liar, you can come and tell me in the comments because I can't. It's the whole reason that I don't even do a whole lot of things. When people ask me to do something, I'm like, and they want me to fib it a little bit, I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I tell you the truth blunt and forward, and that's it. And I'm not saying that to be that I'm uncaring or anything. No, I'm always there to actually help you, but we got to get things out of the way first, right? Because if you come to somebody and you're seeking advice or wisdom, well, I got to come and take out all your triggers, which means I'm going to hit all of them. So don't get upset with me because your trigger response is to say that you're not prideful. I've even had somebody say, Jaina, is that what you really think of me? I'm like, no, my darling, that's not what I think of you. That's what I see. That is what it is, because in my life right now, so long as I've been walking with the Lord and learned, I don't judge people by appearance. I judge them by the Spirit, so I don't care if you're telling me like, oh, no, I'm not a mess boy. I don't want to use the I'm not an F boy, or they say, no, I'm not, that one that's out there. I'm not a gossiper, but all I see in the realm of the Spirit is your chapa, 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 chapa. All I see is that you just want attention and you are lusting over it. So I'm going to call it out and you're going to get offended. Then you're going to say to me, is that what you really think? No, it's not what I think. It's just the truth, So people don't really want truth. And I'm not saying truth in the means to ever tear down a person. I don't think truth is ever for you to tear down a person. If you use truth to tear down somebody, you're not even speaking truth. You're speaking a lie. Okay? Because truth is actually coming to destroy the thing that is a lie to build something else up. Anybody who comes and degrades you through what they say is truth, and they have no building factor in it, is not even trying to help you. Right? So I don't waste my time with a lot of people. Honestly, people come to me, they try and ask, hey, can you please help me, whatever. I've done it before. I've sought the Lord about it. I've given the instruction from the Lord, and guess what? They don't do it. Then they come back months later, my darling, I'm not replying your message. I'm not doing it. Because you want to waste my time, and my time is very valuable, right? Because you're going to come and I'm going to give you the exact same instruction, and it might be added with another 10 more things now of things that you need to do, which is a greater sacrifice because you decided to leave it for 5 months, right? So they don't really want it. They don't really want it. They just want somebody that can relate to them, And so I cut the excuses. When people come and talk to me, they want to give me the entire story and all the things, and I'm just listening and I'm just already highlighting the points. I'm like, okay, let's move those points and let me just speak to you, So people don't want the truth. People that actually want the truth love the truth when you give it to them. Love the truth. Love the truth even if you tell them that you're so rebellious. They're like, you know what? I am. I am. How do I change? That's somebody that is wise. Because they're able to actually take truth, right? You tell somebody you're very prideful. No, I'm not prideful, but you look down on people, don't you? Like even now in this conversation, when I was telling you about the business that I'm building, didn't you start to already have the thoughts against me and say, come on, she's not even anything. I'm like, that's pride, right? And if they're able to accept it, then we can work. If they're not, I'm not going to waste my time. Not going to waste my time. Right? So people say they love the truth. They don't love the truth. Why do you think there's campaigns? People are campaigning against, whether you should kill a child or not kill a child. Calling abortion, that is killing a child, right? They're having campaigns about it. LGBTQ and keeping them, darling. No, I'm sorry. It's not the truth. You can't now change your DNA and just because you have a sex change and all that. Look at the cost. Instead of just being in your natural form, you want to literally build a life around your truth and then try and conform everybody to your truth. We don't work like that. Truth is truth. You either love the truth or you hate it. And that's just it. People are not going to like you if you tell the truth. Okay? People are not going to like you if you're a truth teller. Okay? Because no matter what they come with, no matter how greatly they dress it up, you can tell when it's a lie. And it's okay to call a lie a lie. But pick your battles. That's all I'm going to say. Pick your battles. Because not everything needs your addressing. So I just wanted to come up and basically tell you that, because people are not going to like you for telling the truth, but people are also going to love you for telling the truth. There's going to be vice versa. Okay? There's going to be two sets of people. Well, I want the ones that are going to love the truth. Because as much as I speak truth, I speak it to myself as well. I'm getting corrected with a rod as well, hitting me through. And I don't mind correction, that's why I even say, I'm like, Coach Ro came and gave me a slap in the face, okay? Even the book I just read by Tiffany Haynes gave me a slap in the face and called me a hypocrite. And I love that because I was a hypocrite. Do you understand? Like, she called it out and I'm like, that is me. I'm like, Lord, I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Right? And then we change. Because now I'm going to throw that lie away and replenish myself back with truth. That is just what it is. You got to love people that want the best for you, and they're going to correct you and they're going to bring truth to you. But that truth is always going to build you up if you accept it. And that's it. Okay, so don't take opinions from everybody that can't build you up, because just because they say something is true doesn't mean that it's true. What is truth? Truth is scripture. Point blank period. Okay? Truth is scripture. So unless you can at least tie it to a story in the Bible or a scripture, please don't come and talk to me about it. Because you'll talk to me about your feelings, and your feelings lie. My feelings also lie. Do you understand? So, yeah, bye.